You know, Tulsi Gabbard, right? She's really probably one of the most interesting figures in politics. Okay, she's no longer in political office, but she still has remained a very prominent voice on the left and on the right at the same damn time. Okay, at the same damn time, right? Because Tulsi is one of the rare politicians that I think actually believes the things that she says. Okay, I really do. And the reason why is because when she says certain things, she doesn't care if it pisses off her base or her supporters, and she doesn't care if it aligns with those who a lot of people want to say are racist or white supremacists. She don't care, right? She just calls it like it is, and regardless of whether or not you agree with her on the economic policies and some of the other policies that she has, you gotta respect the fact that when she talks, she's typically coming from the heart. She's saying things that she actually believes. That is very, very, very rare in politics. So I have to have some respect for her when it comes to that. I really do. And once again, Tulsi Gabbard is right on point as she tweets out, Mayor Lightfoot's blatant anti-white racism is abhorrent. I call upon President Biden, Kamala Harris, and other leaders of our country of all races to join me in calling for Mayor Lightfoot's resignation. Our leaders must condemn all racism, including anti-white. Wow. Guys, Tulsi Gabbard, once again, coming through with a truth bomb. Okay, because, listen, if you guys didn't know, Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, essentially said that, hey, I want to interview with just people of color, and I don't want to interview with anybody that's white because the press room is way too white. Okay, and this is a blatant example of anti-white racism. And I've talked about this before, and I will continue to talk about it because it is a very important issue to me, because I'm looking 30, 40, 50 years down the road in terms of where this could lead to. The fact that it's okay to be overtly racist against white people and to be anti-white is not okay. Okay? It's not okay. And if you're going to call yourself the party that's fighting racism, you have to fight it on all fronts, including against white people. The left wants to define racism as a power structure. That's the way they want to define it. Therefore, if you're not in power, you can't be racist. However, even by their own definition, Lori Lightfoot, being the mayor of Chicago, okay, one of the biggest cities in the country, she has power. And she is using that power to blatantly discriminate against people who are white. So by their own damn definition, she is a racist. Their definition, not mine, theirs. And also on top of that, it seems that because corporate America has got on board with the whole woke movement, the power is now with those who are woke, okay? The so-called racial minorities in this country now have accumulated power because there is money in being woke, because everybody wants to be oppressed and a victim. So now that power structure is now being turned around and used against white people in this country. And it's at the point now where it's okay to be openly anti-white. If you're anti-white, you will never lose a job because you say something racist against white people. You will never lose opportunities. People will just assume that it's okay. They will just assume that it's okay. That's what happens. But if you say something that's racist against black people, or racist against Asians, or racist against Hispanics, you can lose your livelihood. Okay? You can never get another job in this country. You can be basically exiled because of that. That's an issue. That's a problem. In 20, 40, 50 years down the road, it's going to be a huge issue in this country. I'm telling you. The amount of division that's being created by these race crusaders like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, who are not applying this standard of racism equally across all races, is just creating more racial division in this country. Particularly, it is creating a group of white people who feel like they're being persecuted for their religious beliefs, political beliefs, and because of their race. And that's a problem that none of us really should want to deal with. And I don't necessarily know if Lori Lightfoot should resign over these comments. Maybe she should resign because she's failed to solve the crime problem in her city. Maybe she should resign over that, right? Maybe she should resign because she's done a horrible job as mayor. But I don't necessarily know if she should resign over these comments. But I do 100% believe that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, if they're going to be consistent on these issues, they have to call out these people, whether they're black, white, whoever, when they say racist comments like this, when they do racist things, okay? Because you guys are supposed to be Captain Save a Race, right? You're supposed to be the race crusaders, so show up and save the day when it's your own damn people that's being openly racist. But see, no, they don't care. They don't care when it's okay to be racist and discriminate against white people because, oh, the past that nobody lived through, nobody went through, black or white, okay? And the people, again, that were alive during that time period, okay, Jim Crow in particular, they're old, okay? They're old. Most people today, right? Most people today did not live through that time period, right? And trying to discriminate against people today because of evils that happened in the past, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. But yet they continue to try to call the Republican Party the party of Jim Crow when every time you look, it's always somebody in their party that is saying racist rhetoric that literally is Jim Crow-like. Listen, I understand the arguments, right? I understand the arguments from the left in regards to, you know, how the past contributes to the future. I get it. But you cannot right a wrong with more wrongs, okay? You cannot fight racism with more racism. What you have to do is that you have to treat everybody truly equally, okay? Because not every white person benefited from Jim Crow. They didn't all benefit from the racism that happened back in the day. Matter of fact, most white people didn't benefit from it at all. They didn't benefit from it, okay? So again, punishing people from something that they didn't even benefit from or something they didn't even go through is wrong. It's just going to create more racism, more animosity, and it's going to divide further. But hey, that's probably what the Democrats want, because division helps them maintain power. That's what it does. So yeah, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are never going to call out their own race crusaders when they say racist things because it fits the agenda. It's a part of what they want. And I'm so glad that Tulsi has the cojones to go out here and say what needs to be said, even if it's not popular with her base, even if it's not popular with the Democrats. She's calling them out. And that's why I really respect her as a politician. I don't have to agree with everything she says, but I respect the fact that she's not afraid. Okay? I really respect that. And generally, when it comes to these social issues, I tend to agree with her. It's not the first time that she's done this. She stood up for Trump when it was appropriate. She stood up for women's rights in sports when it was appropriate. She's been on the right side of a lot of these social issues. And I think she understands the same way that I understand that the direction this country is headed in when it comes to this new form of racism that we're seeing that's coming from the Democrat Party is not going to be good long term. It's going to lead to more issues. So kudos to Tulsi Gabbard for this. I hope she keeps calling out the Democrats. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.